Look at this. There are 4,152 subscribers in my trading group, and we're killing it. I got a few shout outs to give on my trading group. This person stated, signed up for VIP Elite, took your suggestion. I doubled my money in less than a week. This person, I'm up $58,000 in 10 days. I've got a cryptocurrency trading group. I've got 6 chat groups where everybody's calling out breakouts, posting charts, working together to trade this market. I've got 41 videos in a playlist. If you don't know anything about trading at all, nothing, you can watch these videos. You'll be making profitable trades. Number one reason why people join my trading group is I post profitable trading setups every single day, and we've been killing it. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, you want to pay in crypto, email me, cryptobitcoinchris@gmail.com. I'll get you set up and in the group today. You pay for 6 months in crypto, you get a 20% discount. You pay for the year in crypto, you get an additional month for free and a 30% discount. If you do want to pay with a card month to month on a monthly basis, you can do so. There's a Patreon link that's in the description. I want to thank everybody for watching Crypto Revolution. We talk about everything crypto daily. Before we jump into this video, I want to ask you guys, smash a like button for me, subscribe to the channel, jump in right into the market. Today in crypto, Bitcoin pullback. Before we jump into this Bitcoin technical analysis, I want to remind you that I'm giving away $500 in Bitcoin in 3 days. All you have to do for a chance to enter is subscribe to the channel, like the videos, leave a comment in the comment box. I'm giving away $500 in Bitcoin to a random comment over a 7-day period. Bitcoin's in this large rising wedge, 68% chance it broke to the downside. A lot of times in a really strong bull market, these break higher. Didn't happen here. Respected the TA. The measured move of this downside move is potentially around 43,300. So we're going to talk about some ideas of what could play out for Bitcoin. And so how will this affect altcoins? And so we're going to go over a lot of these ideas, so make sure and watch the video to the end. All right, so what's real common after a breakdown is that the price action will go and revisit the levels or the breakdown confirmation line, right? So if you do get a move back up here to about 58,000 and the price action's not able to break back above, like 58,000, 59,000, 60,000, right? Which that would be mega bullish. That's best case scenario. But a rejection here and you're looking for further downside because it basically confirms this break to the downside, right? Gives you really good, it's a bearish retest, right? And then you're looking for measured move 43,300. Right now the RSI is oversold, so that's a bounce idea which has started playing out. The stochastic is trying to curve higher and leave oversold. I mean, so there's some ideas that you might see some type of short-term relief rally, which would be this possible bearish retest, or if the support doesn't hold, we just take it level by level, right? Bitcoin could be in a short-term downtrend. This is a Bitcoin 5-minute chart. So one of the issues when you're trading patterns is you go, how do you trade this pattern? This is like 2 candles, 3 candles. So sometimes I'll zoom in to try to nail these moves. Like when I'm trying to buy, I'm buying a lot of dips right now in these altcoins, right? I'm buying a lot of dips. Bitcoin, potentially I want to wait and see right here. If Bitcoin gets rejected, potentially I'll close and I'll liquidate some of my open Bitcoin positions if Bitcoin gets a bearish retest right here. Okay. I did take a lot of profits on altcoins about 3 or 4 days ago, and I'll show you the ideas that I talked about to you guys and why I took the profits and whatnot. I didn't know it was going to play out exactly like this, but I was looking for some major change in the altcoin market. So again, 5-minute Bitcoin chart. This, again, I just use these lower term time frames to kind of nail the moves, nail the reversals, to buy. They call it catching knives for a reason, right? But what I do is I scale buys in, right? And then, shave profits off. And then what I essentially do is just, I'll take my buys and I'll start buying here, maybe $1,000 here, 2,000 here, 4,000 here. I double it, and then 8,000 here. But I really want to start buying. I really start by buying when the RSI reaches oversold. Sometimes I'll do it on the 5-minute chart. You get quick bounces; they're just not as big, right? But I mean, you bought 3, 4, 5 Bitcoin here. I mean, that was nice profits just based on this Bitcoin bounce. There's a lot of altcoins that outperform Bitcoin as far as these bounces go. Like you can make a ton of money in these altcoins. I was using Kucoin. I was trading some larger cap altcoins,
and they have just because they have better liquidity, right? You don't want to buy the whole order book up if you put in some big buys in some of these smaller altcoins. And Kucoin, the liquidity is not as amazing as, say Binance or whatnot. Binance had some problems, so I always use Kucoin. Make a Kucoin account. I had a Kucoin account set up. If Binance falters, then hey, you know what? The Kucoin link is in the description. Does support the channel. Bottom line here is, like, we want to see some type of reversal pattern as far as a move to the upside out of Bitcoin. I mean, you can argue, okay, here's a little double bottom. In the grand scheme of things, like, this is 5-minute time frame. Like, this is just I nail my entries here and then let it ride. But I'm going to talk to you guys a lot about some different ideas, and this is just like knowledge dump. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's why I did it, and here's what happened. And let's see how it plays out, right? I've got some amazing shout outs to give in my trading group, and this email was from today. This person stated, I've turned my $5,000 into $20,000 swing trading breakouts and retest confirmation. You're a life changer. And he stated the most important thing that he's learned is he's managing risk. And we're going to talk about this. But listen, being successful in this market is not about being right all the time. It's about managing risk. Know when to go big, know when to take profits, know when to set stop losses, know when to buy, know when to sell, right? And essentially all of this is going to average and become your trading strategy, which I can teach you. Shout out to this person. He said, I bought the fear just like you said. I made a killing on ERD. I'm up 4,000%. Feel free to share this with the group. He's up $20,000 based on he bought fear. Like, you guys, we're wolves. We buy fear, right? When the scared sheep sell, we buy it. This person said, I set stop losses like you said. I almost doubled my bags in these couple hours. Remember, whole market's pulling back. Everybody's freaking out in retail. And you have a strategy that changes the game. And this is how you make consistent money in this market. This person stated, I'm so close to being a millionaire. This person joined the group, never traded before. He actually has a YouTube channel now. Actually, quite a few people in the group went on to start YouTube channels. So that's pretty amazing. He said, I wanted to let you know I looked up to you as a mentor because you're essentially consistent. And that's exactly what, for me, being successful is about. Consistency. Just like trading this market, like, you have to be consistent. Find a strategy that works for you and then repeat it. Watch, rinse, repeat. Market pulls back and you have a strategy, and it's buy the dips, right? Buy the pullbacks, but you have to be smart about it and know how to scale in your buys. The bottom line is this. Bitcoin pulled back, but this altcoin season is about to take over. You got to remember, when Bitcoin pulls back, it gives these altcoins some time to run. These alt BTC pairs, like, you thought these USDT pairs were pumping crazy. Wait till you see what these alt BTC pairs do. These smaller caps, like, they go crazy. And I can teach you all these strategies and ideas that I talk to you guys about on a daily basis, a lot more in depth. I've got 48 learning videos. If you guys want to join the cryptocurrency trading group, if you pay in crypto right now, it's 50% off. So go to my website, cryptorev.net. So in group on the 15th, and I talked to you guys about this too, altcoin market cap dominance, I stated, we will see a shift to DeFi altcoins, alt BTC pairs as well, moving, and a correction out of most of the altcoins. Okay, so I started taking profits based on this idea, which I shared with you guys, right, on YouTube. I talked about this with you. Like, I'm not saying, hey, everybody sell right here, because I don't know, right? I sell early all the time, but I'm able to buy back in and re-enter, and there's strategies involved in how I trade. But it's really, load up. Like, I keep a ton of money on the sidelines all the time, and I load up on these dips. Like, this is when I make my money, on these pullbacks. This is when the money is made in crypto. This is what separates the wolves from the sheep. YouTube showed you guys this on the 15th. Altcoins may see a correction based on a rejection of this overhead resistance level. Now, this is altcoin market cap dominance. This shows confluence with the DeFi altcoin season and these much smaller cap altcoins, right? Because they don't register on this. So that's what I'm looking for. Now, this did get rejected. Now, this is altcoin market cap dominance. This is an inverse. This is Bitcoin market cap dominance turned upside down. Okay. And so we'll talk about Bitcoin dominance in just a second, but it's important to understand that, Like this is not, look, you got this price action gets rejected here, here, and here. Like I didn't know which way Bitcoin was going to move, but I did know that altcoins were going to get shaken up, and I just didn't want to deal with the volatility, right? Everybody was long on altcoins, guys. Everybody was long. So the funding rates have now been reset on these altcoins. I'm buying dips, right? I'm buying dips. Again, you got to be smart about it. Like you have to understand, like oversold RSI, scale in. Total liquidations. Everybody was long on Bitcoin. Everybody. Almost $10 billion in total liquidations in Bitcoin. Huge. Now, this is the Bitcoin spent output profit ratio. Now, I have never traded solely on this, but this is just an idea. Basically, the idea here is the orange line. Every time it dips below this level, you see a bounce out of Bitcoin. I mean, here it took some time to play out. You got a bounce and then a retrace and then another bounce, right? Here, you can see it bounced. Here, you can see pretty nice bounce, and this ran up. And you can see here, you got a little bit of a delayed bounce, right? Here as well, you got this bottom and then move higher, and then here we are again. Now, will we go lower is the question, right? Will we go as low as here? And that's possible, right? And so the idea here is like when there's reversal ideas for here happening on Bitcoin, and I think Bitcoin's going to bounce. A lot of this stuff that's short-term bearish, like I'm not long-term bearish, unless I see Bitcoin break below the 21 on the weekly. Risk management. Listen, you guys, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to understand, like, taking profits. You got to pay yourself, right? You got to pay yourself. Okay. It's important that you set stop losses. Don't open up huge positions, right? You open up positions based on how the market is, or if there's a bullish scenario, the more bullish it is, potentially you open up a larger position. If you're kind of unsure about the market, you're opening up smaller positions, or you have to know, like, you don't have to be in a trade all the time, right? Like in 2018, I sat in Tether a lot, and I just freaking loaded up on dips, and that was my strategy. I would just double digit red day. I would just load up, right? So you're going to find a strategy that works with what the market is giving you. Right, you can't just trade this market the same way, day in, day out, right? So I want to give a shout out to Robert Boehm, who I sent the $500 Bitcoin giveaway to. He said, I'm so freaking happy, I can't even explain it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm giving away $500 in Bitcoin in 3 days. Now, Bitcoin, weekly chart. The 21 weekly SMA is at $43,000. This shows confluence with this idea, this target right here. Measured move is 43,000. Okay. So again, the idea that this runs up here and then retraces is possible, right? It could happen. Now, the reason why you're looking at the 21 weekly SMA is, let's go back to the previous bull run. You can see Bitcoin had a pullback of 39%. 39%. Here's a 34% pullback. Here's a 34% pullback. Here's a 39% pullback. Here's a 40% pullback. Here's a 28% pullback. Okay, Bitcoin pulls back. I mean, Bitcoin ran from, a couple $100 to $20,000 and had massive pullbacks. Everybody's screaming, bear market, bear market, bear market. Ignore retail. Do not listen to what other people think, because they're wrong 70% of the time. The 21 SMA is at 43,000. We haven't touched it. We haven't touched it since 10,000. So understand this idea. Bitcoin pulls back, touches a 21 SMA at about 43,000. That's about a 32% retrace total. This scenario would not be anything out of the ordinary or anything bearish, long-term bearish, right? The altcoin USDT pairs have been just booming, right? At some point there'll be, and this could potentially be it, you'll see a switch to alt BTC pairs. And alt BTC pair season gets crazy, right? Because Bitcoin has completely demolished all these alt BTC pairs. And so major market shift is potentially here. This is Bitcoin dominance. So when this bounces, like, it helps me time a lot of my take profit ideas for altcoins. Right? Time Bitcoin moves with this, but you don't necessarily know which direction Bitcoin's going to go. This was one of the main reasons I wanted to take some profits off the altcoin table. Here you can see you got major support right here, right? Major support. And just this bounce idea for Bitcoin dominance. I, again, didn't know which way Bitcoin's going. So when I talk to you guys every single day about Bitcoin market cap dominance, this is why. Like, you take profits from altcoins, look for moves out of Bitcoin. Like, very important. I talked to you guys about this idea on April the 15th about altcoins may see a correction based on a rejection of the overhead resistance. Altcoins may see a correction. I sold ETH. I sold ETH on the 14th, $2,400, right? Litecoin, a huge bag of Litecoin. Sold at 319, 320, 321. The key is like taking profits and avoiding these massive pullbacks. I didn't know Bitcoin was going to pull back. I actually held a bag of Bitcoin that I had, and I'm looking. I mean, potentially if I get a bearish retest right here, if this gets rejected right here, you know, potentially I'll close Bitcoin position if this gets rejected here. If it breaks higher, then all bets are off. Moon ready, right? And I'll look to potentially buy more Bitcoin back lower. It's not like this perfect, like, here, should I buy now? Because there's more to it than that. But you have to learn these strategies, and they're not hard. I got 5,800 people in the trading group that know and are understanding these ideas, right? This is just something that takes practice because it's new. It's new to you guys. But I can show you guys how to do this. Litecoin. So, you know, why else, you know, would I consider selling Litecoin? Why would I consider? So you have this long-term trend line, upper trend line, right? This rising, broadening wedge. And right here, Litecoin was about to hit this level. And I see there's a major reversal on Bitcoin dominance, looking for a bounce because there's all kinds of bullish divergence. Coins are about to see some type of pullback based on this rejection, right? So then you hit this upper trend line, and I'm thinking, yeah, like Litecoin could pull a Neo, a Dogecoin, an XRP, and just go crazy parabolic, which will more than likely happen at some time. But based on the other ideas, like I thought this pullback was potentially a possibility, right? Litecoin did pull back considerably. And last night I stayed up most of the night and I dollar cost average into Litecoin. I got down here at $230, right? So I sold in the 300s and bought back at 230. Okay. Now, if this thing looks like it's going to roll over again and move down here, I'll take profits, right? Because I did buy some at 260, right? I bought some at 260 and then I bought some at 230, right? And so if it looks like it's going to roll over, I'll take profits on those and buy back cheaper. Remember, these opportunities, this is how I make, this is my strategy. But what I do is I load up on these pullbacks. I mean, just look, I mean, these pullbacks, if you're loading up on these pullbacks, you're making a ton of money. But then the key is just to be able to sell the top or close to it, right? So I can show you how to do this. What I use when I'm looking for coins is I'll go to crypto alerts. You can create a custom scan, and you can go down here, you select oversold, exchange Binance or Kucoin, right? And it will show you every coin that's oversold. And so I can quickly scan all these charts real quick, and I can find what's oversold, right? Because just like we talked about with Bitcoin, oversold, bounce, oversold, bounce, oversold, bounce, oversold, will we bounce? Right? But the bottom line is this, like, this is not, I'm not long-term bearish, right? This is not enough. Until I see some major breakdown below this level, still long-term bullish on Bitcoin. And then altcoin season, let's go. Here we go. I mean, this is alt BTC pairs ready to rock. Like, these altcoins will pump crazy based on these ideas. You guys have to understand what's happening here. A bunch of people just made life-changing money in Bitcoin, and now they're taking profits, thus the pullback. They're selling Bitcoin, and then they're going to start pumping these altcoins, right? The money flows from fiat to Bitcoin to large caps. Now we're going to see mid caps, small caps run potentially, right? The money is going to flow down into the altcoins. Altcoin season. This is part of it. Bitcoin has to pull back. This is a necessary evil. This is why the altcoins really start to freaking take off. If you guys like the content that I provide on a daily basis, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment below, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow.